What's happening, everybody? Today we are indoors. We're not in the Tesla today. Um, Speaking of the Tesla, we have now had our Model Y long range Tesla for I think about 17 days now, and I'm loving it. Uh, it runs smoothly. I think like one of the things that we talked about on one of our earlier videos when we were driving was maybe the cabin noise is a little much, but I still, compared to my old vehicle, I think it's quieter. And, so for me, that's not an issue. But anyway, about today's topic. Today, we're actually going to be talking about Tesla insurance. Um, I thought this would be a good topic to talk about because insurance, when somebody's trying to purchase a Tesla, has actually been a barrier. So a person may go to a dealership like everything about a Tesla. And then when they check with their conventional insurance company, they find that the premiums are super high. And I'm not talking for a year. I'm talking even like on a month to month basis and 6 month basis. And Tesla, I'm not sure when they did it, but a few years back they decided that they were gonna have their own insurance company, and they will insure their vehicles. This is such a key moment, I think, for the company and also for buyers of Tesla, including myself. I say that because when I was going through the purchase process, I did call my conventional insurance provider and I just asked him to run some numbers on what it would be to insure my new Tesla for on 6 month increments. And his quote came back at a little over $1,800 per 6 months. And mind you, I haven't had any tickets. I'm a good driver. I haven't been in any accidents with my previous car, and I had that vehicle for 10 years, insured through the same provider. That's just the insurance quotes that kind of come back at a Tesla through conventional insurance. When I was going through the buying process, I had the app and I pulled up Tesla insurance, and I was just curious to see like if I would qualify, what the process was. So the very first thing that it asked was how many miles I was going to drive in a year, which I thought was interesting because that wasn't. I don't know if that's a criteria for conventional insurance. I was never asked that when I set up my policy, but I plugged in. I'm going to drive between 9 and 10,000 miles per calendar year. I don't. I don't really. I mean, we go on road trips, but other than that, it's just kind of back and forth, day to day driving for me and my son. And I plugged that information in, and right away, my quote came back for a monthly basis at $155 and change, and there is no way I could pass that up. So I called my my insurance provider back. I told him the quote because he asked me to let him know what the quote would be. He was curious. He has some customers that have come to him in the past about buying a Tesla. He's given them a quote. They decided not to buy, and he didn't know at the point like that there was any alternative. Um, so I told him the quote, and he was dumbfounded. I read off like my whole insurance policy, what I was covered on, what deductibles were, and he came back and said that's pretty much what your policy was for your former vehicle when you bought it new. And so he said, yeah, that's great coverage, and at that price, yeah, you should do it. And he also made the comment of he might look into buying a Tesla now, knowing that he can get that type of coverage through Tesla insurance. Um, so my first month's premium is going to be about $155 and change. Another cool feature about Tesla is they have what is called a safety score. And that basically keeps track of how you drive. Like, are you a tailgater? Do you speed? I don't think speed actually is one of the metrics, but definitely if you follow too close, hard braking. And I think there's a couple other metrics. Actually, I can pull up the app and I'll kind of read them off to you here. So that yeah, the safety score, it tracks metrics like do you follow closely behind vehicles in front of you, hard braking, aggressive turning, um, excessive speeding. Speeding is in there. Late night driving, which is I think a new metric that maybe has come out recently. Unbuckled driving. Um, yeah, and all those together, they take those metrics and they provide a score. So when I first applied for the insurance, after I put in my mileage, it gave me my quote based on a score of 90, the safety score of 90. Um, Currently, my safety score is at 96. I can work out a couple things. I think every once in a while I show unsafe following popping up. I don't know if that's in regards to being behind a car or like when I'm parking. The Tesla wants me to stop kind of a good distance away from like a curb or an object that might be on top of the curb or even a supercharger. When I'm pulling into the supercharger, it has me stop about 3 feet away from the supercharger, and the car will then kind of beep at me, giving me the warning to stop. Um, I don't know if that's a calibration issue that maybe I can fix, but anyway, I think that kind of pops into that unsafe following score. Uh, but with the 96, as I said, my first premium is going to be about $155 and change. I looked forward to my next premium charge, and at a 96, my premium is looking to be at about $125 and change for the month of April, which I think is just fantastic. So obviously, there's incentive to keep the safety score higher, above like whatever the first quote is given you at. So again, in my example, I was quoted at on a safety score of 90 plus the mileage I entered. If I keep it higher than 90, it seems that my premium is going to be lower, which is awesome. I love the fact that that happens real time in a vehicle, whereas I don't think that's an opportunity for a conventional vehicle or even conventional insurance. I've heard of, I used to be with Progressive, and they had like this, I guess, item or device that you could plug into your car somewhere, and I think it kind of pulled in some metrics as well, but I don't think that impacted anybody's insurance premium. Um, so big kudos to Tesla, to Elon, to figure it out, to come up with an idea to erase that barrier of entry that a lot of consumers were facing, just by insuring the vehicle. Um, Super smart on his part, uh, like many things that Elon has done with Tesla. Um, so yeah, I think like overall, I couldn't be happier with Tesla insurance. Now, hopefully, again, that counts on me as being a good driver, being above that 90 score. If I ever dip below that 90, I'm not sure how the insurance premium will look. So hopefully I will never face that. I think that's all I have for now. I believe like either up here or over here or maybe down here in one of the corners, we will have a plug-in that kind of shows the metrics and stuff that you can see exactly what the safety score is and everything. Um, Other than that, that'll do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you like the content, please hit the like button and also subscribe. As I said, our channel is about the newness of being a Tesla owner. New things we experience with the car, um, things like the Tesla insurance and how that has made the purchasing of this vehicle so much easier, as opposed to going maybe the traditional route of insurance. But again, if you like what you see, hit the like button, please subscribe, and please continue to join us on our journey with our Tesla and just us becoming more adept with the vehicle that we purchase. Until then, next time, we'll see you later.